Good morning, Vikings! Happy second week of school. Today is Monday, August 16th, and it is an A-Day.
Today is National Tell a Joke Day, so be sure to make someone laugh. Also, fun fact, this past weekend, India, Pakistan, South Korea, North Korea, and the Republic of the Congo all celebrated their Independence Days.
Don't forget that club applications are due August 27th at 4 p.m. and that the club fair is on September 3rd. The first day of clubs on Friday during advisory will be September 10th.
Good morning, Vikings. I hope you had a great weekend after a really fantastic first week. It was really good to see you all back on campus, to see that and feel that buzz around the place again, to see the athletics going on, to see volleyball games, see football practice, to see music going on over in the Fine Arts building, to see learning going on in the classroom. It was great to see it happening again after such a long break. And we really want to keep that going. So to avoid disruptions, we obviously need to keep each other healthy. And the best way to do that in school is really wearing our masks as much as we can. The only time you should be taking them off is when you're eating. When you're eating, you should give yourself a bit of space between each other or behind plexiglass so we don't spread anything if for whatever reason we are carrying the virus. Hopefully in a few months, more and more people will be vaccinated and the pandemic will be on the decline again. But for the moment, we are committed to having the masks on, so your cooperation is very much appreciated. As we head into this academic year, it's time really to kind of prioritize and think ahead about what can be achieved. In this time, a lot can be achieved in an academic year. So if you really want to progress in your subjects, if you really want to do well in your athletic teams or in the music, the academic teams, then just planning ahead and having specific goals will help. I just want to refer to Bill Dale Bruggs' message to the community this week. We already talked about really what we do with our time. Sometimes you might think to yourself, I don't have enough time. We all have the same 168 hours each week. You are doing schoolwork for about 35 hours each week. And if you sleep 8 hours a night, that is a further 56 hours that is used. That means you have 77 hours left each week to choose what you'll do with your life. That's plenty of hours for a family life and a personal life, exercising, volunteering, reading a good book, plus watching a little TV. Inspirational thinker H. Jackson Brown says, don't say you don't have enough time. You have exactly the same number of hours per day that were given to Helen Keller, Michelangelo, Mother Teresa, Leonardo da Vinci, Thomas Jefferson, and Albert Einstein. The true question is, what will you do with your time today? Get yourself organized and stop worrying about not having enough time. The only limits we have in life are those that we set for ourselves. So prioritize, plan, set goals. You do those things and you give yourself a great chance of achieving a lot this year. One thing, sometimes there'll be times this year when our organization isn't up to scratch or that we don't prioritize well. I would urge you in those moments to talk with your teachers. The best thing you can do is develop a good working relationship with your teacher where the communication is open and they'll all work with you. If you're having issues meeting a deadline, I'm sure they will work with you. If you don't meet those deadlines though and you don't work with your teachers, then it's likely they will have to take some action to make sure that assignments are done. So for this reason, we've revised the late work policy. Last year, you were penalized. You had a late work penalty for handing work in. This year, we built something in a step before that to try and give you really a chance to keep on top of your work and for assignments not to build up like that they have done in the last few years. So once a teacher has decided that your work is late, they will ask you or submit your name to the late work detention list. This is really a structured study hall that takes place from 3:30 to 4:30. And the goal in that hour is to get this assignment done. And you do that, then you're still eligible to get the full credit for that assignment. Even if you don't finish it, I would urge you to submit it. If you don't submit it within that hour, then will get the late work penalty. So the motivation is to go to that structured study hall, to get as much of that assignment done as possible and submit it. From the moment that your teacher says that your work is late, there is 72 hours to submit something. If you don't submit anything in those 72 hours, then they're not obliged to take that work in after that. The 72 hours does include the weekend, so bear that in mind. But this is built in as a step just to make sure that we're doing what we can to help you get assignments done, not just to punish you for the sake of it. Sometimes people just need to take a backward step and need a little bit of extra time and help to do that. So I would like to finish by reading to you the morning announcement that is going to be read in the middle school. This one today I thought was a good one, so I thought I'd read it to the high school as well. How many bad situations can you think of right now that would completely go away, totally disappear, if everyone involved would show simple kindness towards one another? There would be no more bullying, mean-spirited teasing, hatred, or violence. Why? Because you cannot be a bully with a kind heart, and it's impossible to be simultaneously mean-spirited and kind. With kindness, we can build each other up rather than tear each other down. Now listen to these words from writer Henry James. 3 things in human life are important. First is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And the third is to be kind. Take some time to consider how each of us can bring a little more kindness into our world. Okay, make it a great day or a fantastic day. The choice is yours. The village school, as they say at the middle school, what we do matters.